is working now.
Vídeo, Marcinho, vem. Vídeo. Não, vem pra lá. Sorry, I forgot to.
Pedro, you can put the questions in the chat.
So I will do that now. Hello guys on YouTube. So today we're gonna talk about the fads and bumbag or funny bag. It's have the two meanings of this word, and the meaning of that is pochette. So today we're gonna talk about pochette. It's a different topic. I think I never saw this topic on the Talking Talk. But first of all, I want to talk about the platform, the Talking Talk. Talk Talk is a language platform that is an environment place that we can practice our English and other abilities of other languages. Here in the Talk Talk now, we can learn about Spanish, English that we're gonna do today, Italian, French, and Mandarin. But in the future, we can develop another language to practice. And here the Talk Talk is a friendly environment, so we can make some mistakes. And the important thing is that I'm not a teacher, I am a student too. So I am here just for support you if you have some doubts. But I think the best thing about Talk Talk that we can support about ourselves. Like if I don't say know some word, Marie can knows, and we can search on the internet, and that is. So, Zumara, do you receive the questions in the chat?
Yes, I can see that.
All right. Just to explain about the participation of the immersion. It's like a script for about the topic, but if the flow, we can change some questions, and that is. So,
Okay.
in the Talk, we have a typical activities that we can introduce yourselves. But today, I want to do that, but you have to plus like saying what you are wearing today, because in this chat on webcam we just show like your t-shirt or head and the things, and I want to know about you, Marie. You can introduce yourself and say what you're wearing today.
Sure, of course. Hi guys, my name is Maria Angela. Tell me Mary, please. I have a 32 years old. I'm living at São Paulo. I'm married. I have a son. Now I work from home. I degree analysis and the systems development. And I like so much in my free time. I like so much read a book, listen to music, make a cake. I love make food. That's it. And now I wearing shorts and a gray shirt and a gray coat. I wear glasses and I have a darker brown hair.
Very nice, very nice. Thank you, Marie. And how about you, Zimara? Could you introduce yourself and say for us what you are in today?
Okay, so I'm Ziomara, 44 years old. Yes, as I say, Itaiaen is São Paulo. And what I'm wearing today, I'm wearing a plaid shirt with jeans and a Crocs. I always thought I'll never use this kind of shoes, but then once I tried it, now I'm using it every day. It's actually very comfortable.
Very nice. I wasn't expecting saw Crocs today, but for be honest, I'm not a kind of a guy of using Crocs. But nowadays, I search on the internet like the price and because I saw some reviews that is somewhat comfortable, but not yet I am using. So I will introduce myself, guys.
Okay.
What say? All right, my name is Pedro Rezende. I am in the Talking like just I think July, and it's my second immersion that I got being a host. And I am the Talk to develop my skills in English, and being a host is a opportunity to improve other skills, principal soft skills like like guide some people, try to intermediate these immersions. And what I like is about spend time with my family. I have one brother, and I spend so much time with him. And I have two cats, and I like to learning about the new language too. I speak English better, but I'm trying to get know about French and Spanish. And that it what I am wearing today. I wearing a yellow t-shirt, a smartwatch, glasses, headphones. I am using a shorts like a jean shorts, and I am using flip flops for of course because I am the house and I'm not using shoes in my house. So let's get in the questions. So Mahi, could you read the first one and answer, please?
Sure. Have you ever used a fanny pack? If so, what are its benefits? Yes, I like so much. It's so fanny pack. For me, it's practical bag because I use in my waist, and I move the bags in all the time. The front of my waist. It's so very comfortable for me. I like so much.
Very nice. And how about you, Zilmara? Have you ever used a fanny pack?
Yes, I won a fan bag from my last company, and actually we always are a little bit ashamed of fan bag. We think it's cringe or something like that, but actually it's a nice bag because you can leave your hands like you don't need to get worried because it's gonna get slip from your shoulders, and there's that in your waist and you get your hands free, and it's nice for when you don't need to carry many things. Just you can put your cell phone, wallets in there. It's practical. I like.
Very nice. So I've never had the opportunity to use a fanny pack. I think have somewhat benefits like what Zilmar said about if you don't have so much things to carry on, like for example, just a cell phone and some documents or your ID and the wallet. I think it's very practical because if you don't want to your pockets of your pants like so much heavy, you can use the backpack, and I think it helps a lot. Very nice, guys. Could you read the next one, Zilmara, the number 3, and answer, please?
Okay. Do you think a fanny pack targets a specific audience? I actually don't think that is for a specific audience, but I'm not sure that nowadays people use this that much. It's something that I believe like millennials, they would use, or Generation X, something like that. It's not so modern, but I think it's gonna come back, all these things.
Very interesting, like about the fashion and these things because like I think more millennials use it now, but it's coming back. I think in the 2 years ago we saw this fad come back. It's interesting. And how about you, Marie? What do you think about this question?
I think say yes, I believe so. And there are people who like practically when I'm going out, and also when I'm carrying something more practical. Not to mention that it's safer in some areas. There are people who carry a lot of things, and the fanny pack doesn't fit.
Yes, because there's a limited space to put your out things. When I saw my mom we using your pack, it's like when my father tried to carry on for her. He just don't believe how much high is that because he put all the things, and I think a fun pack for her doesn't fit because like he carry too much documents. He carry I don't know what really we she carry in the pack because it's so much things. But I believe the fanny pack could target some specifically public. But I think it's more specifically like stylish. I think some people like just don't want to use some fanny packs because like things like it's something just millennials use or some things like that. But I think it's like specific way. Like if, for example, if I want to go to the beach and I have to carry some essential things, like for example, what we said before, cell phone and the wallet. It's practical, but if you using some I forgot how to say that. Just a second. Uh, swing trucks, for example, you don't have a space and to carry on this deck, but the fanny pack is practical, I think. So I will read the next question. If you have a fanny pack, what would you like to? What would you put in it? So in my case, I don't have the opportunity like to use a fanny pack and get know about what I will carry on in the fanny pack. But I believe in nowadays, all my documents and things I can put on my cell phone. Like for example, my ID in on my cell phone now. My credit card is connected with my cell phone. So I think if I use it, fanny pack is just to carry some keys, for example, to get in my home. And I think the cell phone is essential because like I can have like all documents. I bought a wallet I think last year, but I'm not using like too much watch with that because I carry all my things in my cell phone now, and I don't have like specific target for my wallet, just for physical documents. But in all establishment accept like the digital one, so my wallet is standing back now. So, and what do you think, Zilmara? You have experience with fanny packs. What you would put in your fanny pack?
Yes, that's what I say. So I usually don't carry many things while I go out. So documents, wallet, or yes, wallets, a cell phone, and I don't know, lipsticks. That's it. I really go try to go outside when I'm not going like too far or for I need to stay too much time far away from home. It's just I'm going to the doctor or something like that. That's all the things I need. I don't need to care much, so that's all that I need to put in my fan pack, and I'm good to go.
Nice. I have one question too. When you're using funny pack, do you just use like just one compartment you use it, or have like two or three compartments in the funny pack? What do you usually choose?
Mine has only one compartment. Has some compartments, just a small compartments with a zipper inside where you can put like to divide, but then documents in one place because it's get easier for you to find when you need, and that's it. But it's not a big one. So
I get. Thank you. And you, Marie?
I would put the most important things like lipstick the first time, documents, cards, and my cell phone too. And sometimes as precaution, I would put some emergency medicine only.
Yes, it's important too. I remember I have a friend like we has a low pressure and he carry a little bit of salt everywhere we she is because like if the pressure is low
oh,
he
yes, that's
just
nice
eat
too.
a little bit of salt. It's interesting. Let's skip for the number 5. uh about fads and the other things, is there a difference perception between like a brand fanny pack or a non-brand? For example, we talk about fashion and these things, and do you think like is has some difference like between for example a Gucci funny pack and a non-brand funny pack? Just what do you think about that, Marie?
I believe that to know about brands, yes, older. I believe no, because many times it's funny back. Mm, I forgot this word. One moment, please. Uses itself underneath, but don't see this specifically marker branded. Don't see the specific branded.
And what do you think about that, Zumara? Do you have an opinion for that?
So if there's a perception difference. So, well, I hope that the branded one has more quality because I mean they cost much more money, and also I hope that, and also the fabric they are made of. I think that should be distinct. But anyway, even though they can be have more quality and everything, a non-branded one will do the same thing. Will do the same. It's gonna work for us that same way. So for me, I would choose a non-branded one.
Yeah, some things like just have a brand, just a little. It's so much expensive. Something that I believe it too is about like the perception of other people seeing like someone use a fanny pack, for example.
Okay.
When you saw some famous person like use a fanny bag and it's like the brand Gucci or some, I don't have like specific fashion brands that I know, but Louis Vuitton or something like that. And we saw like this person, like you have inspiration in this person and think like, oh, funny bag, it's a top of fashion. It's a fashion like is coming back, and I believe like the branding influence a lot because like if Gucci does a funny bag, it's because it's on fat. Like for example, I believe in that too. But I agree with Zumara say. Like for example, if I had the two options, but I saw the quality of the above ones and we saw like it's the similar and if the quality the brand one is more quality but is like the difference between the prices is too high, I will buy the priceless one. I believe in that. Could you answer the next one, Zumar? Read the question and the answer. This is the number 6.
6. Fashion always recycles old fads. Why does the market do this? Well, I think that they kind of run out of ideas because it seems that, and then they had need to rescue all these old ideas and to bring back in a different way. And of course, because if they don't create new things or they don't bring new fashion, they will stop selling. And what they want is the profits. So that's why they gonna bring all old things back.
Nice perception. What do you think about that, Mahi? I want to listen your what do you think about that?
I believe it's a way get people's attention, often also because the classics don't go out of fashion. Sometimes it's recycled to bring it to light something that was good and that can be used again more frequently. I believe this.
Nice. I agree with all of you guys because I believe the market is it's difficult like have new good ideas and the good ones because I don't know what uh, uh, who invents the funny bag and the principal reason, but I saw some news about the fanny pack and talk like about how much the brands try to sell that again, and it's very interesting because like good inventions is difficult to create, and I believe like the plastic ones and the practical can adapt in your routine, for example. Like if some people use it, for example, like we talk about like we have I believe we have less things that we carry on with us that in the past because like for example the cell phones, for example, it's like it's a flip one, it's a easy to put in your pocket and you carry on. But nowadays, all the cell phones, except like for some specific models, like the Z Flip of Samsung, can flip on. It's so much bigger. I remember when I buy my new phone, in 2 years ago. It's so boring in what the way he fits on my pocket, because like I feel like so much big to my pocket. And I believe like the funny pack in other models can adapt for a new context. For example, like nowadays we have bigger smartphones. We don't care a lot of documents, for example. And I believe in that. I think the feds and the other things, it's come back, but he can adapt it for a new context too. So we read the next one, number 7. Which style do you appreciate the most? Casual, classic, social sport, or streetwear? For be honest, guy, I'm not a kind of fashion guy, because I just choose my clothes like I will use that and I will use that. I may not so much care. I so much like what the people we gonna think about like my style and my clothes. But I like to use like quality quality clothes. For example, when you use a t-shirt like it had some brand one, but it don't have quality, for me, it's very bad, because like I'm not feel good like with some, I don't know how to say, costuras, because like it's boring you like when you moving your body. And I try to use like even it's a non-brand one, I prefer like preserve like the quality, even the brand one. And if I have to define my style in these four styles, I think streetwear I fit more, because I like to use like some more bigger clothes. Like for example, I'm not so much tall guy, but I like to use like big ones like pants and like t-shirts, and I think it's more fits, but in that style way. But I don't classify it like I'm just a streetwear one. I can adapt like if I am in the wedding one, I could use a classic sport or something like that. And what do you think about that, Zilmara? Do you think your style classify in this position, or you have a unique style?
My style is really basic. I really like just the casual, sometimes the sport, but I'm actually most part of the time in t-shirt and jeans. When it's hot, I like to wear shorts and flip-flops when I can. Only when you need to work, if the dress code in your company like you need to work something more casual, then I'm gonna have to do it. But really, it's really uncomfortable. I had one time I worked as a waitress, and our uniform was a long sleeve shirt with tie, like male ties, and that's the most uncomfortable thing ever. So I really like my style is the most comfortable style as possible.
Nice. And what do you think about that, Mahi?
I really like it, and always try to use the classic one for most occasions. Casual when I'm at home on daily basics and work in my office. I also use the sports and social style for more formal occasions, such as weddings, among others. The most important for me things for it's to decent and comfortable. It's a very important for me.
Yeah, I agree with you. Some comfortable clothes is, for me, it's very most important. Like quality one, quality not, but brand, or like I have to use some that, but I want to use something comfortable. But I will not read the next one, but I want to talk about something like Zilmara talk about about dress code because I don't remember all your professions. Zilmara said she is a waitress, but I don't remember your professional, Mahi. Sorry. But what do you think about dress code? Do you think it's a necessary one in specific jobs, or is you have to put more like some rules for that for dress code, or you think if it's specifically jobs you can do more free one like I want to dress like this type of clothes and for work. What do you think about that? Could you start, Zilmara?
So, dress code, I think that yes, I think it depends more about on your position and the company, even though now things are changing because CEOs now, they are some of them, these new companies, these startups now, they are really relaxed. But yeah, for some kind of jobs, also like lawyers, because they need to go to courts. So in this case, of course, they do have this dress code they need to follow. And actually, it's beautiful, no? The social I like, it's uncomfortable. It's really uncomfortable. But yeah, depends. Depends on it's gonna depend on your profession, the dress code.
I totally agree with you, Zilmara. I prefer to comfortable my dress. Now I work from home, but I don't use specifically dresses, specifically things casual or classic social sports streetwear. Now this company don't have pay attention about this my dress code. Totally no dress code. Talk all the time. This is my preference in this company to não exige. I forgot this word. These dresses, no dress code. I use it more comfortable for me.
Nice, very good one. So I remember in my times of school, I had a dress code. Like everybody in the school had to use like the uniform, like the shirt of the school and the jeans. But I was like a little bit like a teenager that don't want to follow the rules. So always I try to use the other shirts to go to school and don't use the jeans because I really don't like to use jeans in if I had the opportunity. But I try like to broke all rules about the dress code of school. And I remember nowadays when I got to university and I spent some times, I believe oh, it's so much easier if you had a dress code like a t-shirt to go to university because I don't have to spend all my clothes that I have to go out in my university. It's I think like if it's for me it's easier like to use some uniform, some specific shirt for work, for example, or for go to school or university. But I believe like some positions that Zilmara said about like for example lawyers, the clothes that someone wears translate so much things. Like for example, if I saw some lawyer like using some t-shirts and not fit so good in your body because it has that too because I can have some t-shirt but the t-shirt can feel more heavy, more I don't know how to translate that, but like more formal in your shirt. I think it's different when you use some t-shirt that don't fit so good in you. It's influenced too, but I think it's influenced like the dress code. But I believe like I remember sometimes I had to work and I had to use it public transportation and using like jeans and social shirts. Well, for me, it was very difficult because it's hot. I swear too much, and like yeah, I had when I come to work, I had to take a little bit shower for go to work because I'm not just proper for work. So let's jump for the number 8. Could you read this question, Mahi, please?
Sure. Is there a fairy that you like and which would come back into fashion? No, guys. Well, I have a point of view about these questions. For me, say yes. This fashion, the fashion when dresses were more well behaved, more classic clothes. I believe that today the clothes that people wear show a lot. They give off strange appearance. I like more well behaved clothes, feel more comfortable. I can move more safely, and not to mention that there is also elegance in what we wear and what we want to convey to people. I believe this.
Go ahead, Silmara.
So actually, I cannot think about something that can come back because we see a lot of old fads that it seems that it's everything mixed. If you like something, you can find like I like corsets, but yeah, it's something that's old, but it's something that we can find anywhere if you want. This kind of pin-up dresses, they are very beautiful, but also if you want, you can find people who is gonna make it for you. So actually, I cannot think about something that is not available for us to buy. Even the old stuffs, it's we can find if you want. Some people is gonna be working out in this.
Yes, I believe in that too. But nowadays I think like some alfaiates and other professions like I search today like now like what's means costureira is dressmaker. I don't see too much people work with these areas because I remember when I talk with my grandfather, for example, if he wanted to get some T-shirt, he had to go to the alfaiate, take all the sizes of her, and do like specifically thing for him. And it's very interesting, like the how much changes like nowadays. I know has some specific brands like you go to the market and he fits you all your sizes and make a specifically thing for you. But it's too much expensive. Like if you compare like the brands like you offer, like for example, Henner, CA, and other brands. I think the name of this type of brands is fast fashion. I don't remember if it's correct, but it's so much less price. Like if you compare, like if you go to the Alfayat and take your sizes. But I believe I like to go to the thrift. Thrift is a brechó, and where I saw so much things like I like to use. For example, I like too much like some clothes about the 90s, and in thrifts I could find like more easier. Sometimes it's not in the best conditions, like it has some because it's old clothes, but sometimes we can shows some things uh like apparently it's news and the remembers like old times, and they're like that. Number 9, could you read the next one, Zuzumara?
What pen do you think is very cheesy and that you would never use? So it's not that it's cheesy, it's just that's because for my body, it doesn't work. It's this shoulder pad, full on shoulder pad that make your shoulder looks wider. I already have wide shoulders, so I cannot choose this. But for some people, for some men who has the shoulder a little bit that falls a little bit, that's gonna a nice thing. So it's just something that for me, it doesn't work. But anyway, and this kind of full on shoulder pad, they are coming back, right? To to the fashion. We already can find some clothes with these things. But it's not just because I don't like it, it's just it's not good for me. I don't need them.
Interesting one. And how about you, Mahi?
I wouldn't wear very tight clothes and destroy the style. It doesn't seem comfortable for me, and also clothes that are much larger than my body. I don't like this.
Yes, I remember, like I said, I like to use some big clothes, but nowadays I prefer like some so clothes like it fit better in my body. But I don't think it's a chest. I think I saw some people like using a big clothes that I think is a stylish one. But it's my opinion too. But something I think is very chess, in my opinion, guys. If you like it or like some, if you like or you like if some people using, it's about the sapatênis. I don't have a specific translate for that, but for me it's very cheesy because it's not a shoes. It's try to be a more social, and for me, when you saw how stylish one that I saw using sapatênis, it's like don't fit very well because like yeah if someone using more sports, for example, like the sapatens destroy all. And if you using like a social one, you like it more social. It's like for me, it's like I think it's incognita is correct. I don't know how to say that in English, but in my opinion, it's I think it's very chess. I know that I had this opinion, but my father, for example, used it in all occasions. Like if I had some concerts to go, he used the sapatens. He had a wedding to go, he used sapatens. But for me, it doesn't fit well. I prefer like some casual shoes for using some specific ways, or using a social one. Like for example, I don't know how to say a social shoes is correct, but it's like more social, like fits more in the other types of clothes. So let's skip for the number 10. What advice would you give someone who mixes the different types of fashions? So if I had to make some to give some advice for someone to mixes all different type of fashions, this advice is going to me because I mix a lot of stylish, but I don't think it's like so like I want to share that. Like so much screaming. Like for example, like I don't use like a t-shirt that for example, I don't use a t-shirt yellow and for example, pants red pants, for example, like it's so much different like when you talk about like the chromatic colors, because I think that is for me it's worse if you I mix like for example I using a t-shirt more casual and a shirt more social. For me it's better than when you saw some people like using some screaming colors. For example, I remember in the times of Hey Start and Cindy, we saw so much people using like neon pants, and I remember I was a teenager in this time, and I said to my mom like I want to buy that, but my mom, thanks God, he doesn't buy that because I just imagine like what is going on with me because I like to use some t-shirt colors, and with this type of pants I believe like I just like uh shining in the darkness, like I was gonna be some lantern or something like that. And what do you think about that, Zilmara? What advice did you give someone like you saw like he doesn't dress well or mix some styles?
So I don't think I'm the right person to give anyone advice about fashion because I really, I have this basic style. Is I just wear the basic things. I really don't know how to mix patterns and all these stuffs. So really, I'm not. But yes, what you said about this neon jeans. I had one actually, and I used to wear, but I was a teenager, so it's forgettable. It's forgivable. So, no, yes, but I cannot give anyone advice, and I would not give because I think that, I mean, if they want to, they have the right to wear whatever they want if they feel comfortable. No, because if they are not, only if they ask me something, I can tell that maybe you should try a different thing, but if not, let him be happy.
I want to know which color is your pants.
It was green.
Green?
Green.
I got that. Nice. And how about you, Mahi?
I remember this time, and before we start, this color for different colors. So very interesting. But for me, it's so difficult to give a device like that because I believe it's people's style. I must respect and believe that I would not give a device unless I have a lot of intimacy with the person to be able to give my opinion. For example, my mother wore a lot of colorful clothes. So I gave her advice and it worked more alone.
So I'm a type of guy. I try to not do that, but sometimes I like to mix some patterns. I don't like it. It's like I don't know how to explain that, but it's like I just chose the clothes like separately and I don't think about the content. And sometimes I mix it like some patterns. For example, I am use a strapped t-shirt and my short is strapped too. And I think it's very worst, but sometimes happens because I just fit and think about the all the clothes mm, together. So let's jump for the 11th question. Could you read the next one, Mahi?
Number 11. Yes. Do you consider yourself a fashion person? No, I don't consider, but I like combining colors to to clothes. I like combining. It's a very important for me. Uh, it's a very it's a very intense the situations because I have two clothes. I don't have many clothes. The many partners, the many shirts. I have one, two, three different colors, and using these specific colors, it changed these clothes, changed these partners with shirts. And the other day, I changed these clothes in the others. And I have some small clothes in my closet. It's in all the time in my life. I use so many things these clothes, but I don't have I'm not a person. I don't consider I'm a person fashion, a fashion person.
I got that. Nice. And how about you, Zilmara?
No, I am also not a fashion person. I actually would like to improve a little bit, my style, but because I like to dress comfortable, it's hard to change. I mean, then because then I gonna have to like a skirt or maybe a shoes that is not so comfortable to match this skirt. And but I will try to change a little bit. And yes, I actually my wardrobe I have it's kind of medium. I have a good amount of clothes, but I usually wear the same one day after day. It's like I have these ones that is the one that I like more, and that's the one I'm always using. And some of them they is there month after month, just hanging and in the wardrobe or the. But yes, I actually gonna start thinking about it a little bit more, about changing my style and get a little bit more to dress up a little bit.
Yes, guys, it's very interesting. Like I said before, I'm not consider myself like a fashion person, but I like some specifically clothes, for example, like shoes. I really like to. I'm not like a collection, but I like to choose some specific models that I know some history, and that I think it fits better with me. I changed it a little bit because I remember I used it more like some flat shoes, don't have so much comfortable, but nowadays prefer like some shoes that have can preserve the impacts and you fit it well and less heavy. Uh, eh, that is, guys. And I want to know about this question, but it changed a little bit. Do you follow some specifically famous person that you saw and you say, "Oh my gosh, this person it's so much fashion, and if I had opportunity, I dress equal them." Do you have some people that you follow about this type of feelings, Zilmara?
Not a specific person, no, but I actually like sometimes to check, some pictures of new dresses, new clothes, and I think all of this are really beautiful. It's not that I don't like it; it's really, really beautiful, but it's just right now I get I try to stick on my style.
And you, Marie?
I'm not following a specific person, but I like so much Tasia Naves, and I see your stories in the Instagram, and her sharing with me your Instagram about this sort of fashion shows and others. But sometimes I don't like so much this specifically fashion show because for me this clothes is so very uh, estranhas. I forgot this word. Yeah, that's it. But that's it, right? But I don't follow anything or the different persons about this fashion show.
Nice. It's interesting, like to get to know about the nobody here because I'm not to follow a specific person that I think like, oh, he is or she is a really good clothes. But I remember when I want to get something specifically, I just share on the Pinterest or something like that, like some example, and I show like a different type of person like use the same, for example, the same shoes because some shoes that they can adapt in other stylish one, but I don't remember some specific person that when I saw them using some clothes I saw, and I think like, yo, I want uh to dress equal them. But something like I saw some famous person does like to improve your things about, like for example, I don't want to get so much energy like choosing the what the shirt I am using and has like so much basic shirts, basic t-shirts, like for example like black or white t-shirts without print. So I buy the new ones and I will try like to use that because it's more basic and I can adapt it with other things I am using, like for example, pants or shoes. And either like I don't have to think a lot of what specific t-shirt I am using today. I don't agree with if it can make a very good, very big change, but it's gonna help me because I'm not a fashion guy, so it's making less time with that.
So
So in the last question,
maybe
let's go.
you're just like a Mark Zuckerberg because he has his wardrobe is all the same clothes, same shirts and same pants. So maybe that he's the
Yes,
one icon, your icon.
yes, Mike Zuckerberg. I think Steve Jobs does that too.
Yes,
But
yes, it's true.
I think like it's I don't know how works the mind of these persons. It's like some ideas like all times, and like for don't choose some t-shirt. I think like he can improve us for a day. But for me, it's not improved like a lot. I gonna be some genius or things like that. But it can help me for that. So let's skip for the finish question. Do you follow fashion shows or new collections from famous brands? Mahi, do you follow some fashion shows or some collections that go in the market?
No, I don't. I don't follow this. But in the first time, I don't use so brand mark, and I use simple marks. But these clothes so quality. I prefer quality, and sometimes this fashion famous brands is so very expensive for me. I don't have I don't have a reasons for buy these specifically brands. I don't prefer these brands, and I prefer quality independent these brands. But I don't follow fashion shows.
And how about you, Zimara?
So it's not that I follow, but like if I'm scrolling down my Instagram, Facebook, and something like that appears, some model and a cat, I forgot the name of this, where they walk, in the yes, the catwalk. Yes, I stop and I watch it. I like it. It's beautiful. I think it's nice. It's beautiful to see. Sometimes they are do something weird. I know that's because they want to catch your attention, and they are kind of creative people. My mother was a dressmaker, and I thought I would be a dressmaker because I even started. I once did a course, and but then it's because nowadays the clothes are very cheap. A dressmaker usually doesn't make much money, so I quit. I decided not to follow this career, but it's interesting, but it's not something that I'm really all the time checking all this fashion world. It's just if I show a video or show a short, a heels, then I'm gonna see it. But that's all.
It's interesting because the algorithm about the Instagrams and YouTube sometimes shows some things like you just see and yes, let's go and what the people doing, and it's interesting. So in my case, I don't follow too much because I believe like some brands has like big events when they change some seasons and have some innovative things like we want to show for the people. But I think it's interesting, and think like Mahi said about the brands. I remember when I was young, I remember I just want to get some branded clothes, like for example Nike and Adidas, but I don't have like the money for buy that because like it's I think it's more less pricey now, in the not equal in the past, but nowadays I think it's so much expensive. Like for example, 105 50 bucks for a t-shirt for me, it's just unreal for me. But I saw so much people buying the and happy and things like it's a validate one. But for me, it's so much expensive. But I remember when I got some condition to buy some clothes, I bought, but my perception shows like the most important is about like the quality, even the brand, because I saw so much brands saw some things expensive but don't have quality. So that is important to like quality. So guys, I think that is for today. I want to thank you for you two to have this conversation. I think the conversation fluid, and I like it to get know about your ideas about fashion because I'm not a kind of fashion, but share some experiences really good. And I want to know about you, Zilmara. What do you think in your first immersion?
Amazing. I love it. I already want to participate in other ones. I like it. It was very, very good. It was a pleasure, actually.
I see. Thank you. And you, Mahi?
I like so much these conversations, but I have a question. Make this class beginning. This now I see this class so advanced, but I understand one more time this conversation. I totally different. It's a very very interesting this subject. I think so much, Zilmara. Welcome aboard. Pedro, thank you so much too.
So guys, thank you for everybody here. I have to end this immersion because in now will come like another immersion. But I want to everyone here has a good weekend, and next Friday we're gonna have another immersion too. If you want to participate, wanna be a pleasure. And the theme for the next immersion is about posthumous fame. It's a different theme, and I had to study for this immersion too.
So nice. Thank
Amazing.
you so much.
So
Thank
that
you.
is